Hello students, welcome back. Today we are going to start revision 2 of chapter 3 conditional and looping constructs. And the topic for today is pseudocode and flowcharts. As you all know that flowcharts are the diagrammatic representation of step-by-step solution of a problem, and pseudocode is the step-by-step solution of a problem when we write it informally. So the first question is to find the sum of three numbers, and we need to write its pseudocode as well as draw its flowchart. First of all, let us start with the pseudocode. Now, in order to find the sum of three numbers, first of all, we need to take three numbers from the user. That is, we need to input the three numbers. So the first step will be input three numbers. After taking the input, we need to do the processing. That is sum, that is add the three numbers. So this is the processing part. And after that, we need to display the sum. So the third step is display sum. So the pseudocode for the sum of three numbers is very simple. First is input the three numbers, second is add the three numbers, and then display the sum. These are the three steps. Now we are going to draw its flowchart. As you all know that while drawing the flowchart, we have some special symbols reserved for the different work. So first of all, we have the start symbol, with the help of which every flowchart starts. After that, we have the connectors, or you can say arrows, which help us to connect two shapes together. Then we need to input the three numbers. So for taking the input, we need an input output box which is in the shape of a parallelogram, and we'll write in that one input A, B, C. Again we need to connect it, so we'll use an arrow. Now the next step is add three numbers. So this will be put in the processing box which is in the shape of a rectangle. Sum equals to A plus B plus C. After that, again we will use a connector, that is an arrow, and now we need to display the sum. So we need an output box. Remember that the input box and the output box both have the same shape, that is a parallelogram, and the start and the stop or end box have the same shape. So for the output we have print sum, that is it will display the sum, and after that we will use the connector symbol, and at last the flowchart will be stopped, that is stop or end. Program is stopped. So this is the way we need to create the flowchart of any of the pseudocode which we have written. One more example is there. Suppose we want to convert the temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So for doing this, first of all, we need to input the temperature in Celsius. Let us write its pseudocode. First step is input the temperature in Celsius. Second step is how we will convert it into Fahrenheit. That is, in this case, we'll multiply the Celsius temperature by 1.8, and whatever is the answer after multiplication, we have to add it to 32. After adding it to 32, we'll get the temperature in Fahrenheit. So we will display that one. So you can see here we have done the three steps. First is the input, second is the processing part, that is converting the Celsius to Fahrenheit, and third point is the display part, that is the output part. Now let us understand how to draw its flowchart. First of all, we'll start with the start box, that is in the oval shape, then connector or arrow. Then we will start with the first step, input the temperature in Celsius in the input box. Then we need to do its processing. So what is the processing? That is multiply the Celsius temperature by 1.8 and add 32. Fahrenheit equals to Celsius multiply 1.8 plus 32. Then we need to display print Fahrenheit temperature. So the output is print Fahrenheit temperature. That is, whatever is the value stored in this one, that will be displayed as the output. Work is done of the program. Then we need to stop the flowchart. So we'll use the stop and end symbol. So this is the way we need to create the flowchart of this one and write its pseudocode. Now the two examples which we have discussed, in this we have simply done three things, that is start stop box, so it is there in every flowchart, and now in this we have done basically three things, that is first step was input, second step was process, and third step was output. But what if any condition comes? कभी कभी आपके पास condition आ जाती है, so you have to check whether the condition is true or false. So let us understand one example based on the condition part. Now we have the question to determine whether a student is pass or fail depending upon the average obtained. Here student will come. So we have to check the average of the student, and according to the marks obtained in the average, the student will be declared as pass or fail. So on our own we have taken the criteria. You can take any criteria for the to make the student pass or fail. for the average. Now for the pseudocode is first of all we need to take the marks from the students. So here we have taken the marks of 4 subjects. Input the 4 subjects marks. Then we need to find the average because our main output is based on the average marks. So find average by adding all the marks and dividing by 4. If you are taking 5 subjects, you will divide by 5. If you are taking 3 subjects, you will divide by 3. Okay. So in this case, we have divided by 4. So this is our processing part. Then if average is greater than 50, then display pass, otherwise fail. Now here the output is dependent on a condition that if the value of average is greater than 50, then the output should be pass, otherwise it should be fail. Now here is our flow chart. Start with the start symbol, connector. In the input box, take the marks of 4 subjects M1, M2, M3 and M4. Clear? Then we need to find the average, so we need to put it in the processing box, right? Average equals to M1 plus M2 plus M3 plus M4 divided by 4. Now average is calculated. Now we need to have the condition. So for condition we have the decision symbol, and you know that this is the decision symbol in the form of the diamond shape. Now here the condition is written, is average greater than 50? So this is the condition. Whenever the condition is given, it can have 2 outputs. Either it can be true or it can be false. So we have to decide what should be the output if the condition is true and what should be the output if the condition is false. So in this case, if average is greater than 50, if the condition is true, it will print pass, and if the average is not greater than 50, it will print fail, and after that it will stop. So here you can mention here true and here you can mention false for a better understanding. Okay. Now based on these questions which we have discussed today, revise the concepts and you have the assignment based on these. Draw the flowchart and write the pseudocode for the following. The first question is to find the product of 2 numbers. It is very easy as you have done in the sum of the numbers. Same way you have to do the product of the numbers. Here you have to take 2 numbers. Second question is to find the largest number among the 3 input numbers. And the third question is to find the area and perimeter of rectangle. Try to write the pseudocode and draw the flowchart. In case still you have any problem, you can ask, and do these concepts very carefully. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.